Hey guys, Josh Foreman here with a new little mini series that I call Did You Know About That Art Thingy? Did you know about that art thingy? Maybe, maybe not, but what I've noticed is a lot of comments down under my videos say, what is this art thingy that you have? What is that art thingy? I didn't know about it. Without further ado, this is what I'm going to be doing, is this finish, this faux bronze, like antique patina sort of thing. So the product that I'm making you aware of, and now you know about this art thingy, is Sophisticated Finishes. And what these are, it's a two-part product. One is a base coat that you put on that has little actual bits of metal in it. And then once that dries, you put this acidy antiquing solution over it, and that gives it a patina. So you don't have to simulate what a patina would look like on your thing. You can actually create a real one, semi-real. I mean, it's kind of ironic, the name of this product, Sophisticated Finishes, because I mean, what it's purporting to do is not what it's making fake versions of this, right? Like, I guess maybe it's aspirational. Let's say this is an aspirational product. Like, we should all aspire to greatness, don't you think? Anyway, so I'm gonna do this thing to this thing, use this art thingy on this art thingy, and end up with that art thingy. So let's get started. I like to use gloves because I'm a little OCD and I don't like having stuff on my fingers. This piece here was, I wanted to do like a Rapunzel sculpture, just like a fairy tale thing. And as I was doing it, I thought, wouldn't it be cool if the face was Jennifer Connelly from Labyrinth? You know, like her little teenager-y self in that. It was the first real portrait I tried to do. Portraits are hard, you guys. If you want to know like where I am on the talent totem pole of artists, the fact that I find portraits to be incredibly difficult means I'm like here in the middle-ish. There's so many better artists than me, you guys. I don't even know why you're wasting your time on this YouTube channel. There's so many better artists. Anyway, the point is, yeah, I did. I mean, you tell me. Does this look like Jennifer Connelly? Tell me below how much I suck. That'd be awesome. That's what the internet was designed for. Thanks, Al Gore. Okay, so I'm gonna take this stuff. This is their blackened bronze metallic surfacer. They have several different kinds. They've got stuff that you can make it look like rusty iron, like I did on this piece, and this one. And they have this bronze. I want to say they have like pewter and stuff like that too, but like pewter is just so easy to make with just black paint and cheapo silver paint, so I don't know. Okay, so I have a black base coat on this. I used this Army Painter primer, that's the word. It really doesn't matter when you're doing this because you're kind of getting a sloppy modeled finish anyway. This is kind of expensive. You could use stuff you find at just your local hardware store. As long as it's compatible with acrylics, it's fine. And 99% of the spray paint you find out there will be fine. So I start with the biggest brush I can get and just kind of liberally slop it on there. Now when you do the patina coat, you're really going to want your patina in all the cracks and crevices and deep spaces, because that's the part that will that collect, like in real life, that's what collects water, and the acid in the water erodes or whatever, has its chemical reaction with the metal, and that's what creates that discoloration that we call patina. And so you want to make sure you get this in all the little cracks. Okay, another caveat, I mean, if you look at examples of real patinaed bronze, you'll see that there is a huge variation in what it looks like and in coverage. Like, it depends on where the statue is sitting, how humid it is, what the percentage of the different types of metals in the mix, all that kind of stuff. So, you know, if you're shooting for a very specific type of look, then you're probably better off actually using just acrylic or oil paints to get the exact colors and patterns that you want. It just takes a lot longer. This is a fun and easy process that anyone could do regardless of their artistic skill. So it's perfect for me. This piece has been sitting on my shelf for years and years, and at some point I want to cast it, maybe in real bronze. That'd be cool. It's really expensive. Yeah, I've just never got around to like photographing it and putting it on my website and all that stuff. So I've been updating my website. It's almost ready to launch, so I really figured I better get all the pictures of the pieces I want to display on there. breathoflifeart.com, by the way, in case you want to go there to my web zone and send me pizza rolls. You seen the movie Labyrinth? It occurs to me that it's so old now, there's probably a lot of people who've just never seen it. It's a really good movie. I mean, it's bad, but it's really good. You know what I mean? There's certain movies like that. They're just like, you know, objectively, there's a lot to be desired, right? Like, the acting's not the best, the script's not the best, whatever, but it just has the right charm or personality or like chemistry between the actors or art, just the aesthetic. Labyrinth is definitely one of those movies that I just think it's so charming, and the parts that are good are really good. Like the puppets, the design of the place, all that stuff is so good. Through the magics of the internet, I am Facebook friends with the baby from Labyrinth. Can you believe it? Yeah, Toby Froud. Brian Froud was the main concept guy for the movie. You know, Jim Henson produced it, and his shop did all the puppets and stuff, but Brian Froud, who does all those like fairies and trolls and goblins, like a lot of cool books. He did the designs for that movie. And he is awesome, and he got his baby cast in the movie. I guess it was just fortuitous timing. It was like, hey, we need a baby. Brian Froud was like, hey, I've got a baby. And that's how Toby Froud ended up on David Bowie's lap. And thrown up in the air. He probably got a stunt baby for that, I'm guessing. Like a baby who had trained a lot and being thrown all over the place. A smaller brush here for getting in the holes that are hard to reach with the big brush. You do not need fancy brushes for this at all. You can use very cheap ones, it's fine. I mean, not too cheap. There's some that you can get at craft stores that are so cheap their bristles are falling out all over the place, and that is just annoying to have to pick little bristles out of your work all the time. Quick pro tip here, because there is actual little metal particulates in the paint, you don't want to run it straight into your sink. Try to rinse them out as much as you can, just in like a cup of water like this and a paper towel before you wash them over your sink. Okay, now I'm going to let this dry for several hours at least. Actually, I'm just going to wait overnight and then do it tomorrow night. Look at the directions if you're in a hurry and see what the minimum amount of time is, but I like to make sure that it's very dry. Alright, it is one day later. You know I'm not lying because I'm wearing a different shirt and my beard has grown a little bit. Okay, so this part is even easier than the last. You just pour a little bit of this acid in this little cup. And smear it on there. Again, you want to get in all the little cracks because that's where the most chemical reaction is going to take place to give you that cool green low lights that patinaed bronze tends to get. And places where it pools up a lot, you're going to get more green. You want to start at the top of your sculpture because gravity is going to pull all the drips down, which is the way what you want. If you start at the bottom, work your way up, you're going to end up with a lot. Basically, you're wasting it. You're using a lot more than you need to. One thing you don't have to be super precise with is getting in all of your cracks, like with the bronzer, because patina does act pretty random. So it's fine to have parts that aren't completely uniform in the way they patina. I'm trying not to leave any like round bubbly spots on the face just because I don't want that to detract from the overall look of her. Like, it could kind of look like blemishes or whatever. It's good to have a little bit of noise in there, you know, so just some modeling that naturally occurs. I just don't want to leave any droplets that are going to leave those round little marks. Using some canned air. In this case, I've got this electrified canned air machine just to blow some of the bubbles around because the mix is getting a little frothy. I think if I applied it with a longer, softer brush, that wouldn't be so much of a problem. But yeah, I was just trying to blow some of those bubbles away to see if that would mitigate the little pockmark issue I'm getting. But I don't know. We'll see. Basically, you just let it sit, let it do its thing. If there's areas that you really don't like, then I just rub it down with a paper towel and then reapply the metallic surfacer. Let that dry and do your acid coat again. So let's just give that a little bit, maybe about an hour or so, and we'll check it out then. Alright, so here's the first coat. It's pretty much done all its activation. Not super happy with what happened on the face. Oh, look at that, it's not even dry. Should give this a couple more hours, I guess. We'll let it sit overnight. I'm gonna see what happens when I just rub some of this visual noise off of the face a bit. And I'm gonna hit a few spots that for whatever reason didn't. Looks like I missed. Alright, I'm gonna try a softer brush. Longer, softer brush. Let's see if that avoids the bubbles. Looks like it does. Alright, we'll give it one more day. Then I'll hit it with a clear coat and we'll check it out. Okay, we're back. It is the next day. Again, different shirt, Beardle reconfiguration. So I used this stuff, satin clear enamel from Rust-Oleum. It stops rust. Did you know that? And it killed, I don't know, maybe 40-50% of the patina. So there's a couple things that could be causing this. It's possible that it's a result of this stuff being old. You know, it's been in my cabinet for a couple years. It could be that you're supposed to use a different, you know, not an enamel. I don't know, I'm gonna look it up online, do it again. Anyway, you know, this is just a normal part of arting. So I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'll just hit the skin again. I'm perfectly happy with how the hair turned out, but yeah, the face is just almost all black, and that's not really the look I was going for. So, yet another day's worth of work. Here we go. As always, things just take 100 times longer than you expect them to. I did a really thin coat. I think that'll dry pretty quick, and I'll come back and do the acid tonight. And then we'll try a different clear coat method tomorrow. And you know I won't be lying, because I will have a different shirt. This is a true fact about me. I wear a different shirt almost every day. You're gonna learn this. Using a longer, soft bristled brush so as not to get a bunch of bubbles. And I'm doing a very thin coat. I'm gonna try something just for fun here. I'm gonna load up a significant amount, then set her upright and see if the drips end up being kind of natural looking. Might be a little overboard. I don't know. We'll find out. It's part of art, is experimenting. After all, the series is not called "Did you know that I know everything about this art thingy?" No, it's just, "Did you know about this art thingy?" Because I only kind of know about it. And I've done it a handful of times with a variety of levels of success. And watch me try it again and hit yet another level of success. Not necessarily a higher one, but another one. Alright, so check the website, the old Webbernoodle, and found out that this stuff, you just don't need to clear coat it. And they said clear coating will probably discolor it, which is what happened. So, there you go. Pro tip, don't do what I do, do what the inner noodle says. And furthermore, I'm just not digging this particular patina for this particular sculpture. I feel like it fights the detail that's on the face. You know, it just, I don't know, looks like she's in camouflage. I think this kind of patina works on larger sculptures, but because her face is so small, the amount of modeling and just weird shapes that the patina creates just really diminishes the overall impact of the piece. So I'm just gonna kind of wipe this down a little bit and, you know, try a different kind of finish on it. But for the purpose of this video, this is the wrap. This is what this paint does. Do it on a figure that doesn't have a little face like that. Do it on something like the pieces that I've done before, like this kind of stuff. So also, this really illustrates the positive and the negative of this particular system, this painting system. First of all, the positive is that you lay it, it's easy. Slop it on, then you wait and you slop on another thing, and voila presto. The negative is that you don't have any control over where the molecules are going to interact, and you're going to get your little patina splotches and stuff, as illustrated by this face. If I was hand doing the patina, I would be a lot more selective about where that kind of stuff falls on the face. Speaking of which, I do have a video go there that talks about painting fake patina and metal and several other surfaces. So check that out if you want to know the way to do this by hand without using the system. It's a little more time intensive, but like I said, more control. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and resurface this puppy with some other thing. If you want to see what it will finally look like in the end, where I'm happy with it, just check out my website, breathoflifeart.com, and go to the art and Josh Foreman's sculpture page or whatever. It's fairly easy to find. All right, let me know in the comments if you think this was a good idea to do this kind of little, hey, did you know about this art thingy video series? If you like it, I'll do more. If you hated it, that's valuable for me to know as well. If you hate me, less valuable for me to know, but I still find those kind of comments amusing. So anyway, comment away, and thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you next time. Why do I gesticulate like this? I don't know. I just do. I like to gesticulate while I speak. Is that alright with you? It's not distracting, is it? I'm not distracted. I'm looking right at you the whole time. See? I can even point at you while I gesticulate. What do you think about that?